5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring them out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Here I am, goddammit. It's Friday, man. Week's in. I had to come on here, man, and check in because I got something on my mind, man, and it's pissing me off, man, to pissivity. Man, I can't even. Oh, man, it makes my chest tight, man. Yeah. If you're just joining the show, man, listen. I got to ask, if you like the show, if you truly like the show, man, hit the button. Subscribe, man. Follow. Tell a friend. We here. Smash that bell, man. Let me know. Leave it in the comments. You got any ideas, any show ideas, any topics, man, let me know. Also, follow me on Instagram, man. Let me know you came through. Chat me. Show me some love. And on Facebook, man, if you are still on Facebook, because trust and believe me, there's so many other platforms popping up that seems like jokers is jumping ship. Let me know you came through. This Friday, if you made it through another week, man. Damn, it's almost a month that Puff been inside, man. He may have detoxed by now, and he may be adapting to the way things are. Because honestly, you know, as far as the time and the space and where he's at, this is going to be the hardest part of time or hardest piece of time he's going to do. I'm talking about just the confinement aspect of it all. So, yeah, man, it's been a month. Coming up on a month, if not just a month. Damn, time is flying. If you're joining the show, man, y'all getting ready for tax season. I hope y'all got y'all stuff together, man, ready to get your money. And watch out for the vultures that are coming around that's counting your pockets, trying to get their little change so that they can make a change, whether it's to their wardrobe or to their lifestyle, something based on what you got. Yeah, watch out for the vultures, the pocket watchers. But this is the topic of the show, man. I'm jumping right in. Listen, there's nothing that irks me more than this. What I don't understand is you got a bunch of zesty ass deviants and these suckers out here switch hitting and trying to shame brothers for having a free-minded thought of how they want to vote. I don't know whether you guys have seen it or watched it at all, but yeah, man, Jamal Bryant had Kamala Harris at his church, a few days ago. And yeah, man, what I will say, they are seriously playing with us, man. And it's a shame. It comes down to when in the hell are we ever going to get on code to the point where we can fight for something that's ours, as opposed to somebody telling us what we going to have for nothing in return. I'm jumping into this, man. The conversation, man, that I'm having is surrounding how, quote unquote, our black leaders like Jamal Bryant and even our former president, Barack Obama, referred to, aka Barry Soetoro, and a host of other folks, prime example, Down Low Hughley, and zesty ass Roland Martin. Yeah, just to name a few that want to jump on this bandwagon, beat the drum about some things that we as black men have awakened to. What's the problem with a black man being a leader in his own society? I'll tell you what, right? If you don't believe that certain people know who they are and where they fall, and there is divine order to this thing, ask yourself why Hillary Clinton truly did not get elected. It wasn't because she wasn't qualified to do the job. The way she did her job was in step to every other white man that came before her. The problem is, the white man ain't gonna ever let a woman run his house. Yeah, But see, they'll dish that bullshit to us, right? Like we just supposed to roll with it and not even recognizing that men are seeking to be the head of their houses. This is why they can go to the church. Brothers have checked out the church a long time ago. Yeah. See, here's how this works, right? Okay, we may talk about the Catholic Church and how they hide their deviants. Yeah, the the black missionary and the big quote unquote mega church family. Yeah, they hide their deviants too. Yeah, they hide it. They get right down to it, right? So we're gonna talk about the brother, right? Okay, look at Jamal Bryant. Okay, he had his little run and he did what he did and so on and so on. But you know, shit, he got something outside of his situation that canceled his thing. This is the quote unquote love child that was spawned from him laying on the hands and the parishioners, right? Yeah. At the same time, you know, he was married to this young lady. Yeah. Giselle Bryant from the Housewives of Potomac. Yeah. He was married to her. And that kind of was, I think, the last straw that put them in the position where they had to divorce or separate, where he ran to Atlanta. But see, this is how so many people just fall for the old banana in the tailpipe that look like us, right? All right. You talk about New Birth, right? Who was over or presiding at New Birth, right? God rest the dead, but this zesty joker. Yeah. Eddie Long, Bishop Eddie. But at the same time, you know, he was in D.C. too. So I'm gonna put up a number. If you ever been touched by Eddie Long, please call this number so that we can find out what we need to do for you as far as this situation in the nation that's fucking around, starting all this stagnation. Hey man, I'm here to talk shit. It's Friday. It's Friday, man. It's Friday. And I'm blowing up the spot. Look, man, there has a time, man, where we have to stand for something, man. We got to get angry. Angry does things that nothing else can. Sometimes you got to get angry to get shit done. And I'll tell you like this, I'm tired of people picking on us as black men for us making a decision not to do something because we may see something different than everyone else. Being free thinkers and leaders in our own right, we have the right to opt out. We have the right to opt in if we want to buy into that bullshit. You understand me? So when it comes to things like this, where you got a brother that's willing to come online and talk about how he is, talking about, hang on one second. Let me bring it in because heck, I you know what? I'll let me find this. Let me pull this in. Hang on one second. Let me grab this so you can see it for yourself and see what I'm talking about. Because, man, it bothers me to even sit back and partake in the things that people got to say out of their mouth. Man, it's just like, wow. Did he really say that? Did he really just say that? Hang on one second. One second. One second. Y'all can bear with me, damn it.
Mom told me to help decorate. Ta-da!
Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister. It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself.
With brothers who don't know how to support a sister.
Yeah. Full stop.
Something is wrong with brothers who don't know how to support a sister. It was a sister that raised you. It was a sister that taught you how to read. It was a sister that taught you how to bathe yourself.
With brothers who don't know how to support a sister.
Yeah. Full stop.
You know why I had to run this a few times, man, because I had to really listen to it. And if you guys don't get it, you never will. You got pulpit pimps like this who's sitting up there, who's a hidden sexual deviant himself, not allegedly, it happened. Trust and believe me, he was touching them up in Baltimore. Yeah. He was touching them up in Baltimore. I know a few of the young ladies he was touching up in Baltimore. Yeah. Listen, they know what they're doing. That whole service was set up for and to perpetuate tugging on your heartstrings under the guise of empowerment of someone who doesn't even represent you. But at the same time, because they know the majority of you, your husbands and your man and whoever it is that you are with, your male figure, he wasn't present. They were willing to do that. And also further put a level of division in your household. Here we go. I bet you didn't know that there is a church just for a bank for the Christian church. That if you wanted to get along and get one of these mega churches, you got to go in and talk to the people, and they're going to give you this whole thing that we want you, this doctrine that they want you preaching on. These things they want you backing. And if not, you can't get the funding. Because I know damn well mama's little $20, my little $100, whatever it is we tithing and putting in the collection plate on Sunday, that ain't enough to pay for their private jets or use of private things like jets and hotels and stays and all that. The love offering ain't covering all of that. The big house, the Bentley outside, the fine clothing for you and the first lady or whoever the first lady or your beard is at the time that you got sitting by you. Yeah. So, everything's gone into focus on our impulse spender, our emotional spender, the black woman. So when you got this whole situation, now we sitting here running around trying to cast our life votes on to someone who didn't even win it. They didn't even govern the vote of popularity of the people. She was the second. She was settled for. Actually, she was chosen because she lost. And here we go. If you do your homework, Gerald Ford spoke about this. I think it had to be in early 80s. He talked about it. A young girl, he was in a class. He said, hey, will there ever be she was like, will there ever be a female president? And what he said, his answer was astounding. He said that the only way it would potentially happen was if the male president had a female running mate and he died and they were able to pass the presidency to her. This is basically what happened or has happened in front of us. And I'm going to say this. I'm not one to cast stones at folks. I'm just speaking to the facts. I don't like a motherfucker tricking me into anything. If you're going to do something to me, do it to me. Let me know you doing it. Don't sit there and play me like I don't see what you doing. You understand me? This is where the problem lies. Okay, you do all this grandstanding. You make us look like a bunch of foolish ass groupies who have done bad for too damn long that we are willing to grab on to anything and settle for anyone that potentially looks like us but doesn't represent us. It is a shame, and we should be ashamed, all of us collectively, because we've jumped on every fucking bandwagon there is, from the LGBTQ plus community to the fucking shit, every fucking cause there is. And we've got nothing for ourselves out of the deal other than to go along and get along. When in all actuality, it should be quid pro quo for our vote. This woman running around here smiling and giving us a bunch of word salad and saying, hey, I went to Howard. I don't give a fuck. I was just at Howard last week. It's a melting pot. Has always been. You've had all kinds of cultures in and out of there, but doesn't make you black. Not black in the way that we see ourselves, or we foundational Black Americans see ourselves and view ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. It is a shame that if you trace these presidents right now, the majority of them are relatives and their families have all owned slaves in this country except for one. And their views have never, ever, ever benefited us. Even down to Barry Soetoro, who was, quote unquote, and probably still is one of the most richest, wealthy motherfuckers on the planet because of his affiliations, and who adopted him as their son. Come on now. Time to stop playing these games. You can't run around people, you sheeple, that fall in line with what the media is dictating to you and constantly programming you and running the play on. You got to be willing to think outside the box. Somebody's pushing something to you. You in your home just minding your own business and they just pushing something to you. It's just like a Big Mac. Two salt sesame patty, pickle, extra cheese, and the salad, the special sauce and the sesame seed bun. They're pushing this to you because they want you to get up out of your house or out of your chair, drive to their establishment, and get that burger. But they didn't tell you that burger will fuck you up in the long run because it ain't meat or whatever it is, allegedly. Same thing when you got individuals who are talking things and not professing, or projecting their fruits because we can't see it. It's merely what I'm saying I will do. Now, what I will do, that may be a whole nother story. But the majority of these people that we are looking at right now that are on the blue side, they're running the play. Running the play. The problem with that is this. Okay, let's go back to slavery. As a slave, what would hurt worse? What would hurt worse if you were in the field and your master looked like you, came from the same womb as you, had the same understanding of how it feels to pick cotton or pick tobacco, be lashed, to be chained and shackled, to be told when and where you can eat, sleep, shit, moan, groan, get married, have children, all of that. There are no lessers of the two evils. The worst evil is the one that's next to you. I'm going to revert something else once again. I do it all the time, that Bob Marley said. Your enemies can never betray you. This shit is betrayal. The individual that I'm speaking about has never professed any policy that would benefit us as a people, as a collective people, for us. But at the same time, take stances for other people directly to benefit them, even down to the immigrants that are coming in. Yeah. Come on, man. I still want my motherfucking 40 acres and a mule. I don't know about you, but you can't sit here and grandstand, especially when you got a bunch of deviants around, and all of them should be held accountable for their deviancy. Yeah, the Christian church, Black Christian church should be ashamed that we accept it. Everybody know. And that new birth, and I'm calling a spade, God damn it, you knew what you were getting. Even when Bishop Eddie Long died, you got another deviant in front of you. Y'all better start asking your parishioners how many in there potentially are being touched by this man. Yeah, but he got the gall to stand up there and push what he's pushing. And to point fingers at folks too. Yeah, I ain't got a dog in your fight, but I ain't gonna let you sit up here and just do it. And you got zesty motherfuckers like Roland Martin down there swirling around for the man. He modeling in his little black thing. I don't know whether y'all seen it, man, but it's all out here. Yeah. Listen, this is a shit show. This is truly a shit show. All of these people, man, gunning and running around trying to sway and support and vote for this chick that she don't represent me. She'll never represent me. Even if she wins, she would never represent me. I would, man, listen to me, to my breath. I would denounce any thoughts of representation when it comes to that motherfucker. And then at the same time, people were willing to follow these bullshit promotions where you got these brothers sitting on here with the 2025 booklet. Come on, man, listen. Everything they've ever read The stupid part about it is that it's already been happening to us. It ain't nothing new. There's nothing new. For years, we've been trained to be cowards. We don't stand for nothing. This is why we fall for every fucking thing. You got brothers and men that go out here and do all kinds of time in different places and stand on the block and circle the block and got all this rah-rah energy for each other. But the minute the police roll up, they won't do shit to save another brother. If they were, brothers like Floyd would still be alive, especially where he was taken away from here. But here we go. We back to a contention or a position of contention where we have to fight in our own homes about our own free mind and free thought. That, no, I don't want to vote for this motherfucker because she's coming with the fake bullshit, or they're coming with the fake bullshit. But because y'all want to go and sit up in the church and believe and power around each other. Oh, she's black. I had a fucking female tell me, a black female tell me, I'm voting for her because she has a PUSSY. That's it. So miss me with the bullshit, man. Listen, I'm kind of torn up by how these black pastors over the years have played these big faces in the political arena, where you got these people who are willing to just walk up in the church and say, I need your vote. The pastor in the beginning of the sermons tell me, hey, get your offering envelope out because I need your money up front and we need your vote on the back end. Think about it, man. Why do some black pastors feel entitled to even instruct their congregations on how to vote? Are these pastors really acting as community leaders or political operatives? Honestly, man, I wake up from committing all kinds of sin on Saturday and all throughout the week to come in here and get my soul edified, to fellowship with my people. And you is telling me how I should vote, presenting somebody to me because you've been instructed to do so by your higher ups who are protecting you and saving you from the shit that you've done years ago. Probably got their call and say, hey, look, man, we gonna send that woman down there and you're gonna need to ham it up real good. And if it ain't, your shit gonna be on the news come Monday. So you need to ham it up, or we're gonna run these videos, we're gonna run these people, and you'll be sitting up in the cell down there like Diddy is up in New York on some Diddy shit. Yeah. Real talk. I gotta say, man, we must examine, man, the figures like Jamal Bryant have moved away from the core values of spiritual leadership to pursue personal agendas and political agendas, putting themselves in a position to gain. There is no reason why you have over 56 dignitaries in that place if it was about your community, not the grandstanding. It's bullshit. You flew the little lady in who, she got the Juneteenth holiday, that pacification thing. Listen, not knocking what the lady did. She stood for what she needed to stand for. But honestly, for me, the way it came to us, it is an insult. Nobody's profiting from it. Not in our community. Everybody else is, from the t-shirts to the Doritos to the Pepsi to the parties to the everything. Everybody's profiting from the sweat, blood, and the tears of our ancestors, except for us. Yeah. What I will say is that these motherfuckers have been living high on the hog for so long, man. They have lost touch to the real concerns and struggles of us. And I think that a lot of people will feel disillusioned with these mainstream political options, right? Okay. Let's reflect. Reflect on Barack Obama's influence on the black community when he was making his move. No one really vetted him. No one really saw what he voted for when he was a senator, what he put in place, what bills, anything. Here you go. They make excuses for how many people are actually now waking up to the fact that he's done nothing for us. And the fact that um hang on one second.